Yo, yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 29 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us once again, as usual, finest gentleman who ever lived, Matt Clark.
Here's Matt Clark. He's one of the finest gentlemen that ever lived.
The Geo of the Geotrix.
Hey, hey.
Hey. And our guest tonight, interestingly, this is the second guest we've had on in a couple of weeks who's actually met Matt, another one of the Bright Wing crew, I guess you could say. Those who would know. Welcome to the show, Open Source.
Yeah, hello everyone. How are you?
Hey, man.
Hey. So
Great to have you on.
Open it up with Matt. Like you know, Open Source. Tell us how that came
How
about.
you guys meet?
Yeah.
What's the story?
Well, you came to one of our meetups. I think we've put the put it out there, and you came along. And one of the often people will come to the meetups and they're oh, what's going on? I don't understand. Andrew arrives and he's like, so here's what I do. Here's the cycles that I look for. Here's and it like he knew he's teaching me stuff the first time we met about HBD conversions and the haircut and it's like the guy's a mind like a steel trap and very well versed in all of the Hive comings and goings as well as Bronze League and Splinterlands. So he's been a delight to have along at the meetups. So I guess that's been, how long you been coming to those? Like 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah, that's very kind of what you say there, mate. It's been a while. I mean, I first picked up Steam at the time. Steam and Splinterlands was when I had a big collection of Tron coins. I've always been into crypto for a while, and there was a sale or a partnership between Seed Germinator. Don't know if you remember that.
I remember
and they were
that.
selling the dragon cards.
Yep.
So I thought I don't really want the Tron coins, so I just pushed all. I didn't even know anything about Splinterlands. It was just a game. I had no idea. But I like collectible cards, so I thought, yeah, that sounds all right. So I put all my Tron coins into that, and then from getting the Splinterlands cards, then I discovered Steam because I never heard of Steam before, and then from Steam I discovered the meetup in Adelaide, and then I realised it was like 10 minutes walk from my office. So at a pub, so come along, why not? And then Matt said, if you join us, we have an upvote thing that if you come to 3 meetups, you get joined into Frog Cake, which upvotes comments. I thought, yeah, why not? And when I got there, there was a heap of people. The one guy there who's not there anymore, who was heavily into contest kings, I think he was. But yeah, so from then, that's how we met.
Wow, so you actually got into Splinterlands or Steam Monsters as it would have been then, before you even knew about Steam.
Yeah.
It
was a promotion with Splinterlands did with Seed Germinator.
Yeah.
And they promoted with Tron coins. Wow. And I had a heap of those.
Well, you made the right choice by switching over.
From what? Tron
From
to
Tron,
Steam.
yeah. Mm.
Tron to Steam.
Well, Tron into Splinterlands, right? Is that what it was or nah?
That it was, yeah.
Mm.
It was, yeah.
Okay, so Tron into Steam, Steam into Splinterlands.
Yeah, because with the hard fork back now on the Steam blockchain, like you get Tron and you get Steam. So Julian was it Justin Sons, obviously, the might behind that, so that's how that'll happen. So I'm guessing from Splinterlands, you then got onto Discord and found, I guess, would have been what, Team Australia on the PAL network?
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know about the PAL network, but we got into, I don't know how we got into, I didn't get to Team Australia, got to Hive Australia.
Okay.
So I never
Yeah.
got to Team Australia.
Right. Team Australia was like the original on the PAL network, and then we got quite
Yeah,
popular.
I never got into that one.
Right. So then
didn't get to that one.
Bitbank and a couple of others created like our own actual server, which is Hive Australia. So it's a server of its own rather than on the PAL network. But I'm guessing that's how you found out about the meetups then. So were you talking to Matt on Discord prior to the meetup, or was that the first time you encountered the Matt Clark?
I think it was it would have been on Steam or something.
I don't think we spoke online before you just arrived at one of the meetups. I reckon that was the first time. It's getting back a while now, but I reckon that was the first time we spoke was actually at the meetup, because I've had a few people like that where they just sit down at the meetup and go, hey everyone, I saw on Discord or whatever, I'm here, this is my name, which is always great.
I think it would have been on Discord, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think I went straight away on the first one.
So you got your 3 under your belt. Now you're on Frog Cake. Frog Cake's interesting. We went through quite a process to get that sorted. So for those not aware, wanting to build Adelaide but not wanting to spam posts, a few of us, including Contest Kings, who's been, he just sort of had a bit of a break, and as in a break, he really just washed his hands of everything, sold up and vanished. And he and I were really close, so it's a shame to lose him. I hope he's doing well. If you see this, mate, I hope you're doing all right. He and I and a few others, we really put our heads together and said we don't want to encourage spam posts, but we want to keep Adelaide engaged. So we come up with an upvote bot that I delegated a chunk of HP to it, or SP at the time, and there was a few requirements where you need to come to 3 meetups so that we know that you're Adelaide local. Just to avoid multi-accounting and spamming overseas, the like. And then you had to delegate 100 SP, and then you're on the Frog Cake bot, and then it will once a day it'll go and give 11 full-strength upvotes to comments made by people on the list. And so over the course of the last few years, that's fluctuated from sort of $1.50 down to 30 cents or something worth for that upvote. But it adds up, right? If you're engaging and jumping on Hive every day and making a few comments, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get the Frog Cake upvote on the day, because there's we've ebbed and flowed, but often there's only half a dozen Adelaide crew actually engaging and posting. So that adds up after a while, and even the curation rewards on that has bloomed. I think it's a 20,000 HP delegation, and there's another 6 or 7 HP that's just been generated in curation rewards that's sitting there on Frog Cake. And we talked about account creation tokens the other day, Bob. It's like 1,100, I think, or 1,200 account creation tokens ready to go. So if somebody arrives at a meetup and says, hey, I want an account, we can just onboard them there and then and use a Frog Cake token. So sort of long-term, I guess, planning, but it helps to keep the Adelaide crew engaged. That's been my goal, because I think online is great, but in person, there's a lot that you can only do in person, and that includes in-person trades, cash, silvers traded hands, all sorts of stuff's going on, but you need to build that community, and that's what Frog Cake's all about. So you got into Frog Cake, Andrew, and then we, I guess we've just gone from strength to strength there, where we've, you've been really useful in, again, because you get it so thoroughly, when people are arriving and they're not quite sure which way is up. I often can't be everywhere if we've got several newcomers, and so they've got questions that lead to other questions that lead to other questions. I'm sort of almost more of a greeter, where I'm like, I want to make sure everybody feels welcome. So and guys who have a technical understanding, they can answer these questions, and with competence rather than just enthusiasm. I've had a few people come and they're like, I don't know all the answers, and they don't know any answers. So, but Andrew actually gets it, and then when people have questions, he can
actually answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a real easy, digestible way for newbies to.
Exactly. And if you want playing advice, you're better off going to him than me, because yeah, that's a mad win rate in bronze. And bronze tournaments, you've doing all right in bronze tournaments, aren't you? You're placing often and bringing home the big prizes.
Well, the tournaments seem to have taken a bit of a low payout at the moment. I mean, when they first came on and we had yield games and they did a tournament, which I didn't really like it, because they would set up the games in Discord, and they'd make you wait, and then you'd have to join their app, and then they would pay out in Bitcoin at the end of it, and you had to hassle them for like 2 weeks before they gave you the prize.
Oh wow.
But yeah, and you had to sort of badger them. In the end, all the winners, we kind of banded up and ganged up on this company and got onto the CEO, and then they paid us out in the Bitcoin prizes. But
Right.
recently, the payouts in tournaments is very low, so I don't play them at all, really.
Is that because? Sorry for cutting you off. Is that because it's in like a bronze silver league sort of tournament? Because I play in gold, and although yeah, the payouts are less now because of SPS price, but the amount of SPS you can get is rather nice. And from what I see with bronze and silver, I see there's more DEC rewards and these other, like you were saying, like rewards tied with like companies trying to like give you EMP tokens, or like these other, I don't know, other NFT sort of projects. Or, yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, so where was I going with this? Have you found that it's because of that?
Yeah, the prizes in, because I mean, if I go into a tournament, I want to rate highly. I don't just want to compete. I want to get into top 20. And even if you get into a top 20 bronze tournament, you're just going to get 22 SPS, which not worth it really.
No. What's the entry fee for that 22 SPS?
Two
Okay,
SPS.
yeah, because I've been playing in the Gobson's tournaments at bronze and silver for alpha cards only, and I don't have enough staked SP. I think you need 10,000 SPS for the gold. So I've just been playing at bronze and silver, and I usually come somewhere between 30 something and 40 something, and I'm getting between 9 and 14 SPS for coming 30th or 40th, and I'm pretty stoked for that. It's like, I think
really 9 SPS.
Yeah, for coming 30th or 14. Because the
that's not worth
bronze
it.
is 2 SPS entry fee and the silver is 5 SPS. But I mean, 9 to 14 SPS for coming 35th or 42nd or something. But if
not renting cards, and not the cards that you own that aren't doing anything anyway. I mean,
but I think Andrew's sort of translating into real world dollars and saying for your time investment, right? I mean, if you're mentally cataloging, okay, I've got a picture of SPS being $10 down the track, then yeah, okay, I just made $90 by winning 9 SPS. But if you're looking at it in fiat terms and say, well, this is a 48-hour, I've got to enter the first round, and then if I do well, I've got to enter the second round. I don't have to usually worry about the second round when I go in tournaments. That's rarely a time sink for me. And really, the same if you're coming 40th and you're getting 9 SPS, that might have only taken you 10, 15 minutes to enter all your teams. But if you're setting a calendar reminder and then sitting down and then really working out your teams, and then a day later you're doing it again, right? We're kind of talking about a different experience, and then all you've done is made sort of 9 or 10 SPS, which is only 50 cents. You get what I'm saying, right? In fiat terms, it's not really worth the time.
But this is why the 24-hour ones, I never go for time restraint ones, like ones on specific time,
because they're usually like 4 o'clock in the morning our time.
24 hours.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, I only do the anytime ones as well.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
anytime anyway.
So
But
maybe
you're right.
I can put some of my my thinking into a bit of context, because I play games, but I'm not a gamer. I'm a trader, really. That's what I
Ah.
love to do. So
Yeah.
before I was into crypto, I was heavily into forex. So I was a big forex trader.
Is that leverage trading or?
I did a thing called carry trading. Remember when we had interest rates? That was like years ago. We had high interest rates, so I would build baskets of currencies. So I'd borrow in a low interest currency, like the Japanese yen. I'd borrow Japanese yen and then buy Australian dollars, which traditionally had high interest rate. And then I would arbitrage between the two. So I would pay back my loan on the yen, pay back and then
Wow.
take my profit on the Aussie, and then I would keep the difference, and then I would keep these carry trades going for months on end. And the trades themselves would be US dollar neutral and euro neutral, and I would have a basket of maybe 30 currency pairs, and I would keep this basket running for months, and I would just take interest all the time, every day, and they would carry over, because you can only keep a trade running for 24 hours. Then it has to close and then reopen, and the exchanges will do that for you,
Wow.
which was great.
Do you have a bot doing that for you, or were you sitting there
is that
crunching the
manual?
numbers yourself?
No, I had a big fat spreadsheet, and I was really pally with a guy in the US who invented this spreadsheet. We would talk for 4 hours at a time, and we were friends for a good 18 months. And then this is really interesting. One evening, he called me up and said, I can't talk to you anymore. I said, oh, what the hell's going on? and he says, I've been offered the job by a hedge fund, and they want me to manage an account with like 10 billion with a B. And they've said I cannot go onto the public forums. I can't talk to other traders. So then, like, he cut off straight away. But I kept the spreadsheet system, and I kept that going. But then once interest rates went down, it destroyed that carry trading system.
So
But
this would have been the
still have-
90s then, when like mortgage rates were like 18% or something ridiculous?
No. No, it was in the 2000s.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, about 2003, 2004.
So if you're
So,
playing in Bronze League, is that like because you mentioned that you're more of an investor than a gamer. What's the attraction to bronze? Is it
trader.
smashing chests or?
I'm not an investor.
Trader,
I'm a
yeah.
trader.
So
Okay.
my level of knowledge in that field, you just found out how limited it is.
Yeah.
Sort of investing, trading. Yeah. So I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd love to get a max level team, but see, what I do is I'll put my money in, and then my immediate goal is to get my initial capital out and then play on the house's money, if you like.
Yep.
So
if I put
like BMO.
So if I put if I put
it's
$2,000
safe.
into Splinterlands, the first thing I want to do is figure out how I'm going to get that $2,000 back.
Yeah.
Out of
Quick
profit.
as.
Yeah, quick as.
Mm.
So I do that, and then I'm left with what I'm left with, and then I just keep that, and then I just play that way. I don't sort of invest a lot of money
injecting funds
into it.
Yeah.
That's now I
No.
know why bronze. I get it now. I get why you want to be in bronze, so you don't have to put like a shitload of capital into it to get into diamond and gold and champ, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just looking at this gold tournament right now, which and so it's a 6. The entry is 6 SPS, and the payout in USD is $495, which amounts to
Fuckload of
480
SPS.
480 SPS to come between 1 to 4, and then 5 to 8 is 360 SPS. Would you so you reckon just based from what I've told you, would you say the higher epsilons of tournaments are where it's at, but yet the investment?
Hang on,
to
which
get
one are you
that-
looking at? Gold League anytime.
Yeah, Victor's Modern Gold Invitational. Would you say, like, because
Oh,
from
I
your
don't see
knowledge,
that
would
one.
you would you say that's decent? I just want to know, like, from what your standpoint, because you obviously
on.
crunch numbers, and I'm just a dickhead who looks at the screen and goes, "Oh, that's a big number."
I don't see that tournament. Which one? I can only see one Gold League tournament.
Really? Oh, okay. So this what?
Gold
So you
League anytime.
Yeah, Victor's Modern Gold Invitational. No.
Gold League.
Yeah,
No, I
gold.
see. I
Is
can
that
see
upcoming?
Wars.
Yeah, it's upcoming.
So how
Yeah,
far
I
down the
see one.
page are you, Gio?
There's only two. I can only see two.
For me, it's on top because I've already entered it for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, is it current?
Oh, it must wait. Hold on.
Well, if it's
sorry,
current,
sorry.
he wouldn't probably be able to find it in the list.
Sorry.
In
My
progress.
bad.
Yes.
My bad. It is current.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Victor's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Victor's Modern. Okay, so that one. Yeah, that's running at the moment. See, the thing with gold is you have to have. See, with my bronze team, I have the maximum level that you can go to on bronze with all the cards, commons, rares, epics, and legendaries, and I have legendary summoners. So you have to replicate that to a gold level in order to compete. I don't have that. So I mean, I've got ish gold cards, but if I enter a gold tournament, I'll either win 2 or 3 games,
or nothing,
or I win none. So I won't even do that.
Yeah,
so
look,
if you have the high level cards, then yeah, and you're a good player, then do it.
Yeah, that's actually very smart. I like that because with bronze, right, you don't have to put in that so much capital, compared to the other leagues. So yeah, I sort of like that train of thought. You get the competitive cards at bronze, and you need less of them to get a return, which would be quicker than, let's say, forking out 10K for a Diamond League, tournament deck, and then how long would that take, to get that back? From your point of view.
The fact if you do that, then you get bloody good at the game, you see, because you have a good deck.
On all those skills.
You're playing the game, and you're playing at the highest level, and then you meet the high players multiple times, and then you figure out different strategies, and then you get really good at the game. And then you can take that forward into silver if you build your deck up to silver, and then you can take it forward into bronze. But so
true.
If somebody gave me a max level deck, I reckon I would compete very well in champion.
That'd be really cool to see.
So your strategy is to know your competitors' strategy by regularly competing against them.
That's part of it. You've got to know. When you see the rule set come up, you see the splinters, then you see the rule set, and then in my mind, I already know for that rule set what my optimum team is, and I can pick it quickly.
So do you pick your team based purely on what you want to achieve, or because obviously now you can't see who you're competing against until it's both picture cards, but how much do you play a defensive strategy against what your opponent might do versus an attack strategy on your own? What would be your balance there?
A ratio there.
That's a very good question, and I've worked through different scenarios of that. I've gone heavily defensive, lots of healing, lots of shields, and that. And then I've gone the other way to see what's the opponent played, what was his strategy, what's his favorite card, what's the counter for that. And then the third option is I pick my very best team with the strongest attack. And out of those three, the pick your very best team with the strongest attack is the one that gives me the best results.
All right. Because Matt has commented previously, like once you get into the Champion League, because it's obviously at that level, it's a smaller collection of people, and you're regularly coming up against the same competitors, so you can work out, it's Bozo 2000. I know exactly what he's going to play, and you can't do that anymore. Sort of like, that's why I was really curious.
Yeah.
What's your strategy with picking a team? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can do that. I mean, that's an option, but I found that by picking your strongest team for the rule set that you've got is usually the winner, gives you the better wins.
It's the best case.
All right.
So go with a lot of attack, is speed and attack.
Yeah.
Well,
Speed.
it depends on the rule set, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Speed has proven itself over and over again. It doesn't matter how hard you hit if you don't get to hit. Yeah. Yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
also if you debuff the other team and put a monster up with shields, I mean, he can keep hitting you all day, but he's doing 0 damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've had a few people with different strategies, and I think the predominant thing is death, debuffs, and speed. So on that, what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite Splinter, or is it totally determined on rule set?
It is determined on rule set, but I do like the Yodin with the blast and the fire.
It's like a bit of exploding
So
dwarf.
you put the Yodin as the summoner.
Oh,
and
yeah, have you got
then-
a Yodin?
Yeah, and then all snipers.
Oh.
Yeah, I have them. I have all the legendary summoners.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Jelly.
Only level 1s.
Yeah, but that's all you need at bronze. But I mean, I'd play like, if I'm in goal 1 at level 6, I still get smashed by level 1 kitties, llamas, and Yodins.
For real. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when the llama came out, because I had the card packs, the Untamed card packs. I remember this at the night, and I was waiting for the drop, and that it's like the airdrop came out, the summoner llama came out. I got nothing, so I rage bought. I was so upset that I didn't get an airdrop one that I jumped straight onto the market and rage bought about 3 of them.
Wow.
You must be so glad now that you did that.
Well, I sold 2 of them. I kept 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like 12. I think I bought because I didn't get enough to max, but I got most of what I needed, and then I bought the rest. I think they're like $12, $13 each.
Oh,
When they first came out, because people weren't really across how useful and valuable they were, and they were like $12, $13 each. And I think I saw them dip to 10, but I was disappointed I'd missed out, and I had to buy them at 12. And then they've just whooshed from there. So I've only got the one, the maxed one, but I gave one to my wife. She's plays in bronze and silver, and Yodin Zaku and the llama win 80% of her games.
Yeah. With one of my
Well, you can get one
alts-
for 242 for a llama level
yeah,
1.
no thanks.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I was on my old count renting for the Earth Splinter, and when I'm renting cards, I look for what I'm short in. And recently, I've just made a couple of little purchases, but what I noticed, what I'm really short in, is cleanse. And of course, Earth doesn't have a cleanse card, only the llama. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll just jump onto the rental. I'll rent llama for this focus. And I saw the price, and it's like, if I did that, there's absolutely no way I can get that return back on chests. It's not going to happen. Even to rent llama is ridiculously expensive at the moment.
Bob,
Yeah. What?
not one cleanse.
In Earth, no,
Not one cleanse.
no, only
Yeah,
llama.
there'd be a neutral. Wouldn't there be a neutral that you can use?
No, there's no neutrals with cleanse either.
What?
Because there's there's a water, there's the fire, which is a scavo, and life has got like 2 or 3. Like the bard is the cheapest one.
Yeah.
And actually, is it death as well? Doesn't have one, but Earth definitely didn't have one. No,
You've
only-
got
only
noxious
llama.
fumes rule set, and you don't have a llama. The only way to strip poison off your guy, off one of your cards, is
Is
to
resurrect.
resurrect them with Spirit Druid Grog.
Yeah. But with
I know this
renting,
because that's one of my favorite strategies is to use the cube, use llama cube.
resurrect him.
But I want to give him as much scavenge extra health as possible.
Yeah.
So I'll bring in a full roster of cards, all low mana cards, but Spirit Druid Grog, so that one of my cards dies, the cube scavenges, then he gets resurrected and then killed again, and the cube scavenges again. So I get an extra scavenge point because I've resurrected one. And often that one scavenge point, by the time you then add last stand later on, often just that one extra point is enough to give your cube that extra health to just outlast him, which I know people hate, but hey, win's a win.
Yeah, you're not in it to give away deck, are you?
You know, open source. Like when I started with this, right? When I started the game, I went all out. I tried to max every card, but now I actually wish I scaled back into gold, into that range, because I could have probably had the Dr. Blight. I could have had like these more competitive cards that I could have like splashed out on. And yeah, so now I got like, some high level cards maxed out, but yeah, I'm not competitive. You know what I mean? There's a difference between like just playing to get by and then super competitive like yourself. So I'd actually like, if I look back, I kind of wish I went with your approach, with how much I had.
You still can. You still can go with the Chaos Legion. Do that. Just build a bronze team first, and then if you get sick of that, a bronze team is expensive enough if you go with all legendaries.
Yeah.
So
See, I've gone with the Chaos Legion. I've gone with the gold cards for commons and rares.
Yeah.
I've gone all chaos commons and rares. They're gold cards because they're at the level straight away.
Yeah.
Are you going to go modern or wild? What's your thinking?
True.
I'll go a bit of both, really. I don't know how it's going to work. We play the same matches and then you pick a different level. I don't know.
So as far as I understand, your energy capture rate will be shared between both. And where it says ranked or challenge or practice, it'll be an option there that you can go wild or modern. And you'll be able to switch between the two. You can do alternate battles if you wanted to between modern and wild, sharing the energy capture rate. But
will you get rewarded from both?
Yeah, so each has a separate rewards pool, and I think it's going to be split 50-50. So it's an interesting question of, will there be tools? I'm sure there'll be third-party tools, if not on the site, that actually display total, percent of the rewards pool available in modern versus wild, to say, okay, a lot of people are playing wild at the moment, and the rewards for those matches aren't fantastic. But if you jump into modern, not many people are playing modern. So then there'll be that arbitrage where you go, well, do I want to play over here, or do I want to play over there? Yeah. So
there'll be more people playing modern than wild.
So. Yeah, I think so.
So wild would probably be the more beneficial place to play.
Absolutely more.
But then over time, those people have got Untamed and they're currently playing in modern. When Rebellion comes out and modern then becomes Rebellion and Chaos Legion, then all of those people are going to go, well, okay, all of a sudden, bam, they're all wild players now. Or I guess there'll be people who say, no, I want to stick with modern, and every time modern moves along to the next to the next edition, I'll sell my old cards, which have appreciated something massive. Wow! And then I'll buy into the new. Right, so there'll be people who only ever play modern and never go wild.
I've never thought about that before, but I reckon there will be a few at least, right, who do that. Yeah.
Well, we have to make sure the game keeps going for the future. I mean, it may go to zero. We're in a bear market, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
and we've got how many packs? There's still almost 6 million packs still left to sell. And will they go by the end of this year
or not?
I was tracking them in a spreadsheet, and there was about 15,000 packs a day being sold, which isn't a great deal.
No.
Well, not being they're sort of disappearing. They may be even given out in rewards. And the validator nodes, there's 2,051 remaining, so they're not selling very fast either.
Did you pick up any validator nodes or any land at all?
Well, I had a conversation with Matt about lands at the time, and I decided I'm not going to do it. But so that was I dropped the ball big time there.
All right, so that leads us to like the battling sort of side of things with like a bronze focus. I'm super keen to test this out, but I did have questions. I was wondering because one thing that's been holding me back with my OG cards is the summoners. I mean, I've got a maxed Thaddy, I've got a level 5 Tassa, level 3 Kayla, but level 3 is a max. Actually, no, I've got a level 4 Alric, but it's my summoners from the OG that have been holding me back because I can't afford to level them up nowadays. So I'm thinking maybe if anything that's like level 3 or under, I should just throw all into my alt account and just focus my alt account on bronze with those OG cards. What do you think about that idea? Original.
What do you say? What? Oh, original.
Original, yeah, like alphas and betas. Yeah.
Do that. If you, it's good. It's a good experience, and it's, you don't have to throw a lot of money at it. But ultimately, I mean, if you're a gamer, then go and get the maxed champion, or even jump up levels. Do the bronze, or even play bronze with your main deck, and buy the cards that you want for that level, and then if you can get to silver, play silver for a season and see how high up the ladder you can get. See, my goal was always to get to top 20 in the ladder on bronze, and I would get there before these new guys came in and they would rent the max decks. That's the only way you can compete now. But I would regularly get to top 20 on the ladder. So there's little, you get really good by doing that.
But having a max deck isn't going to help you though, is it, in Bronze League? Because you're going to be capped by the league.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, if you want to get good at the game, either do it on an alt account or play in your main account for a season.
Yeah.
It just depends what your goal is for that season. I mean, move a alt account and then lock it there. But then you're playing 2 accounts now, and it's not as lucrative to play multiple accounts anymore. It's better to play one powerful account, but then have one alt account that is locked at a particular level.
There's some interesting talk, some buzz. Guys are pushing the idea, and I think it's been reasonably warmly accepted, is the idea of potentially having tournaments where you don't need the cards to play. It would just be a diamond level tournament, and you pay the entry fee, which could be substantial. I don't know, maybe instead of the cost of renting those cards, it would be, I'm guessing, a more substantial entry fee. But then it's everybody has the same cards across the board at
Open
the same
season.
level, and it's entirely skill based.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I know Neil McSpadden was doing that for a while, a year or so back, where he had accounts made up specifically that had all of those cards at exactly the same level, and then he would delegate a deck to each of the entrants in his tournament, and they would all then fight with exactly the same cards at exactly the same level, because then it's completely skill based. So I would be really interested to see some of the guys who are superstars in bronze, how that translates to a max diamond deck. Even if it's just a teaser to say, okay, are you actually good? Maybe you that doesn't translate across for your particular mindset and all the abilities, and it's all too much. And then you go, well, this is good. I'm going to put it to bed now. I'm not going to say, oh, if I had the money, I'd throw it into trying to get into champion, because I'm actually not that good at it. Whereas there'd be other guys who go, actually, no, I felt it. I was in the zone. I'm going to hit the tank and take out a loan, So, yeah, that would be I think that'd be really cool and fun. And I think there'd be a lot of bragging rights with that, because there's a lot of people who I will beat, and they will probably quite rightly say, yeah, but he had all of these cards from, all of these editions, and I've only got this now. And, often that's true. That is the only reason that I won, because I'm not a particularly talented player. I've just sort of, got the swinging the big deck around, so to speak.
I'm still blown away.
You do get that feeling when, if you're in, say, position 11 on the ladder, and your hand is trembling to press the battle button, and then once you've pressed it, you are really concentrating, and the anxiety is very high. It's like playing a poker hand, because if you lose, right, you drop down 30 points. If you win, you could win, say, 5 ranking points. So to lose a battle when you're in a position 11, it is tremendous amount of stress, and that's an element of the game that you really need to feel to get it. It's really intense.
A lot of people think the strategy starts when you're choosing which summoner, but a big part of the strategy is do you press battle right now or not? Right? That's a massive, like you say, that's a big part of the game, which is fascinating.
Knowing when to stop. Knowing when to start.
Yeah, well, once you drop out the top 20, you really have to play. But if you're in the top 20, you just wait there and wait for the other guys to play and drop below you. That happens a lot.
Just
and then sometimes,
and then
so everyone's waiting on everyone else.
But you'll get you could get a silver league player or a gold league player pulled down into bronze, because the matching engine will once you're in the top 50, it will try and pick out only good players for you, and sometimes it will pull one down from gold or silver. And these guys, they've got the cards, but they're not real competitive, and if you beat them, the thing will give you like 35 ranking points, and then you think, holy hell, that's like 5 battles I've just won in a row. So you just sit there.
I'm still blown away with what Matt just said, that someone out there has enough cards to delegate a fully maxed set to every person in the comp. I'm still blown away by that.
That was a while ago. It was Neil. I think it was only silver or maybe gold league. And there was only, I think, 8 accounts. But yeah, he does have a lot of cards. These guys, Andrew, these guys are smiling a lot. Do you reckon you could maybe wipe some smiles off places?
I don't know.
They've actually been talking a big talk, and I don't know. Maybe if Adelaide could
represent.
Represent.
All right. So I guess Gio, you're itching to go first.
Yeah, sure.
That was easy.
Am I? Yeah. Well, I really don't care. Am I sending to open source or some other account?
No, send to Blue Hat, BLU, no E, HAT, BLU, HAT.
BLU, HAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, all
Okay.
these, interestingly, all my account usernames are password generated. So I say 6 characters. I say, give me 6-character name that's pronounceable, and I just click through it.
Yeah.
And blue hat came up.
All right. So that's
All right.
that's actually a good valid point. So anyone who's watching this that wants to check you out, they're not going to find open source, so they need to look up Blue Hat then.
That's my bronze team, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'll drop that below so there's no confusion. Everyone's trying to find open source, can't find him. Yeah. No worries.
But you can put in my main sort of Hive commenting, posting, you know, blogging account is CTRPCH.
Yep. I know that one.
That was the one
So-
with 1 million CP, right? Over 1 mil.
CP.
Collection power.
Collection power.
I'm not sure if it's got that much.
Sorry, it had just a little bit under, but I consider it 1 mil. All right,
don't know.
I've sent you. I've sent Blue
Yeah.
Hat a.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've just accepted it.
Okay, Bob.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what will I choose?
Mana cap, rule sets. What do we got?
It'll be
Um,
standard rule set, won't it? In bronze.
50 mana with up close and personal, so only melee monsters.
Yeah.
50
50
mana.
mana's
That's
a lot
nice.
for bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, why is it
The-
always when you have Little League, you've got the most ridiculous amount of mana? Why is that? 60 mana on Little League. It's like, yeah.
What's going on here?
What's funny is in the brawls you can get a special home ground advantage of +1 to your mana
Yes.
cap,
Yes.
and when it's 99 and you get the +1 to make it 100, it's like, yeah, you know,
That's a barracks upgrade, isn't it? That one. to
Yeah.
get the, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and that can have a big advantage and really sway the battle, whether it's for or against. But yeah, it's been funny where you get a 99 mana match and it goes up to 100. It's really no advantage there.
Yeah. But I can see where it would certainly give you an advantage in low mana matches.
Oh yeah, 12
Yeah.
goes up to 13. That's
Yeah.
I can play my
Bronze is-
llama golem.
Bronze is interesting. Yeah, I've chosen my team. I don't know what's going on with open source. He hasn't made a word, had no sound.
Yeah.
That's scary. That scares
Yeah,
me so
I'm
much.
thinking, man. All right, we go battle now. We go
Okay.
battle.
Oh, kitty.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm gonna share my screen.
I need to enable.
Yeah, you enabled that. I think we said
Enabled, yep.
140 worked. Okay, I'm gonna share screen now. Desktop 1. Yeah. How's that?
Yep.
Perfect.
Awesome. Rule set.
Yep.
All right.
LA only.
Hey.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, he's gone with the big boys. Dragon, Kitty, Carnage Titan. And he's got Jinchwala with Thorns at the back, stopping any of my sneak. Yeah, I think you got this. And you got Shield at the front. It's no biggie.
Yeah.
You'll never miss.
I like the way Andrew's played the sandworm there, because you've got demoralize there. You could have possibly even stacked a second demoralize. So it is often really, really valuable to have at least one card that hits really, really hard. So even if there is a couple of debuffs there, he's still cutting through, still doing that damage.
Yes.
Because you've got your disintegrator up the top there that's gonna nullify a lot. That Carnage Titan, he's gonna go down to 1, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, the other way. Yeah, the other way around. I got the team. But yeah, so the Carnage Titan will go down to 1, and then Flying Squid, he'll go down to 2. Yeah, so that Sandworm's going to do so much damage though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, he's got thorns ready for my back row.
That's
Okay.
right. The thorns will strip off the armor, and then the sandworm will just hit flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
the Uraeus and the Pellicle Bandit.
Yeah.
I'm
I
curious
did want
why.
to put the Disintegrator in, but I ran out of mana.
What was that, Paul?
I'm just
I wanted to
curious.
put the
Sorry, go on.
Oh, go on. No, I was saying I ran out of mana to put the Disintegrator in, so I wanted to put that one
I actually didn't have enough cards to fill the mana that were used functional.
in.
I
To be
always
fair.
try and stick a disintegrator in on a melee only. But I'm curious why you put the squid in a position there with reach where he's not going to actually get to reach.
What
Oh,
do you mean? Ah, okay.
okay, I made a mistake there. I thought that was the one with opportunity.
It's Deep Lurker is the
Yeah,
opportunity
I picked the
card.
wrong card.
What the worst case is your Carnage Titan, and then like let's say if I even get through the two of those guys, the first card and the second, then you got a reach card. You know, like it's. And most of my cards aren't even attacking in that direction. They're attacking your Chinchwala. So I think you're going to be just fine. How about we play?
Yeah,
Because this is
Thorns on the end is also because if it's melee only, you know
Deadly.
you're going to get some sneak.
It's
So,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's deadly. It's just deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look at this.
Yeah, I like Enchantment Defender up in the back because it's a cheap way to put thorns in the back with lots of armor. But then they hit me with that blooming skeleton assassin, and he poisons.
Mm.
You got 1 health that's just gone straight away at the end of round 1.
Yeah, look, man, this is a clear win. So congratulations.
going from the back.
You have-
the back.
You have stripped me something.
Yeah, that demon shark, he's brutal. He's done a lot of damage to me.
And
But
it's got the speed.
yeah,
And the brother doesn't miss. That's the broken part.
yeah,
And the speed plus who gets that? +2 speed. Tank heal.
Yeah. And tank.
No,
Yeah,
never
2
miss.
speed, never miss. I know.
Never miss.
Such a broken
Yeah,
card. Yeah.
and I made a mistake. I picked Flying Squid instead of Deep Lurker. They're next to each other on my listing.
Well, look, again, I think you mitigated all mistakes with Jinchwala. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. Thorns on the end is so important with
Deadly.
melee or super sneak. Super sneak
Yeah.
and melee only, always try and put a thorns on the end.
Honestly, man, congrats. That was really awesome. And you schooled me straight up.
Yeah. Alrighty.
That's all I got to say. Speechless.
Well, you pick your best team, you know? That's what I say. You pick your very best team.
All right. So let's see now. My turn to
Your turn.
go. All right.
Your
your
turn.
turn. Your turn to buff shiny metal balls.
Yeah, Brasso.
Right.
No shame in getting dominated by someone who tops in leaderboards.
That's how you learn, isn't it? I mean, honestly, like
Exactly.
that's and the fact that we have like so many different people on the show, each with their own unique styles and skills.
Mhm.
I just love the battle side. Like you get to actually,
Diversity.
yeah, and not just the fact that you're battling, but you get to hear the insight. Like, why did they choose that? And
Exactly.
I think it's so important. Yeah.
Stop stalling, man.
Time's ticking.
Got a filibuster over here. Oh, we've run out of time for the
Oh,
show
actually-
now.
I mean, I get 13 mana. I mean, come on. Like, what can you do with 13 mana?
Llama
hate the
Golem,
lemon.
man. Llama Golem all day.
No,
Although
they're
he
not
bronze
there.
up.
Yeah,
Doesn't heal him,
There's
right?
no
corruption in
death.
here either.
No death, no earth. It's really irritating.
Yeah,
No
it's a,
death, no earth.
it's a shocking rule set.
Still. All right, no mistakes in this team. I've clicked battle already.
Yeah, I still don't know what to do. I just keep running out of options with the mana.
Yeah,
Alright.
before, Matt, that was quite rare. Bronze 50 mana.
Yeah,
Mm.
Interesting.
sure.
Oh, strong team. That'd be interesting.
It's gonna bring it up to the screen for the rule set. Alright.
Have a look.
You're dead already, Matt. Bob, you're dead straight away. Sorry.
Alright.
Oh
Okay.
You died so fast, it's embarrassing.
Oh, I love the trash talk.
I had,
Okay,
to- I
there's a
had to,
lot of melee.
I've got 2 heal, I mean, both of my guys are healing.
He's got
But-
shield, man. You're not doing no damage to his front dude.
Yeah.
Gloridax
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever that.
hitting for
thing
1
is.
and he's got the shield, yeah.
He's got, yeah.
Yeah,
So
buff up
this
the
guy's
melee
only
as
gonna be
well,
doing
so-
1 damage.
Mm.
There's going to be 6
doing-
rounds before you put a glove on him.
Yeah, at least they're gonna be
Yeah.
hitting me 1 card at a time. There's no sneak, there's no opportunity.
He's got reach
He's
though.
got reach, yeah. So he's doing
Oh,
4
yeah.
damage per turn.
Oh, shit,
Six.
yeah.
Ah, right.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Anyone wanna weigh in on this or is it?
Yeah,
The
look,
only thing that saved you there was the shield from the summoner.
you know what, Bob? There's
What?
no shame. We've walked into the devil's den. You
Yeah,
know, like this is his play. This
Yeah.
is his realm. You know,
I mean, there's
This
not
is-
even a sneak to take me chook out. I mean, it's
Nah.
just everything's on my tank. Oh well, let's play this through.
And that was the card that Matt sent to you too. The
Miss with
Xenith
that
monk.
first hit. Oh, 2 misses. Why am I
Oh,
missing?
it's
When I've got
heavy.
4 speed and he's got 2 speed.
Fly,
like-
fly,
Oh yeah, flying, just 25%,
fly,
isn't
man.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Damn,
Just like that.
just like that,
Just like that.
just like that. Wow.
I'll give you. I'll tell you where the mistake you made there really was putting a ranged monster in on a low mana battle, because as soon as they go to the front line, they're dead.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Useless.
Yeah. Well, originally, instead of Kayla, I picked Alric. I was gonna go magic with the +1, but then I was looking at my mana options and I thought, I'm just not doing any damage. So I thought at least with my air rally, I'll be doing 2, but yeah, you're so right. As soon as the tank's gone, I'm gone. Yeah.
Still well played, man. You gave it a go.
But like just nothing, like even like the chook on the end for sneak and there was no sneak. It was just the reach and the front. Just, yeah. I was
See,
like,
the other thing is that once you get high in the ladder on the bronze league, so you get in the top 50, you'll get a lot of low mana matches
oh, really?
Wow.
because they're the hardest to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely my weak spot. My Achilles heel is low mana matches. I'm down to like the last 10 seconds on the clock before I even submit. I'm just like, don't know about low manas. Alright,
Yeah,
so
but
Gio, you wanna
are you
take,
you're kind of feeling the stress a little bit as well, because you want to win. You're feeling that. So that's the beauty of this game. You when you play a tournament or a competitive match, you want to win.
alright,
Bob,
Gio,
you were saying?
yeah, do you wanna have a battle with Matt in bronze?
Yes.
So we can,
Bring it on.
Whatever. Bring it on, bitch.
Test Matt out on the bronze.
Yeah. Let's do
I
it.
just in this tournament, I just beat Byzantine Kitty. It just popped up. I actually thought I'd lost. I skipped the results and then found I got the win. So I still won't make the second round, but I'll
Yeah.
take that. I'll take that.
No,
They
last night
sent
I
you-
thought I was so clever having like 2 cards of heal, but it's just like,
Yeah, but then you got someone with shield.
yeah, but healing
In
doesn't
low
help when
mana.
you're getting smacked for more than your health.
And
So,
then he's buffing his melee.
yeah.
Not on. Not on.
Challenge from Geo.
Yes.
Nons accept.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's and
awesome, dude. That was
that
spot
makes
on.
a
That
massive
was-
difference. That +1 to melee when you've got 3, two melee cards doing a heap of damage all forward.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, so we've got armored up. We've
Actually,
got,
in retrospect, I should have gone fire with Malric. But
that would have
yeah.
worked. Armored up and spreading fury, so everyone's enraged, but everyone has armor
Oh,
and all splinters available except death, which is fine by me.
how much mana?
26.
See, I got totally gypped on the mana. I'm just gonna cling to the. I'm just gonna cling to that right to the end.
Love it. Oh, so good, Bob. Oh, I'm so confused. What do I do?
And Matt's finger hasn't gone anywhere near his bottom lip, so he's got this already, I reckon.
He's pretty confident. Yeah, he is. That he is.
Bronze is so far outside my wheelhouse. I'm so used to Diamond Champion. I mean, I get wrecked in gold because I get dropped down to gold and I've lost half the abilities I'm used to. So
Yeah,
while I
Yeah.
think I've submitted a good team,
all right.
I guess only time will tell. Geo, it's gone quicks.
Yeah.
-1 ranged and -1 speed.
And you got no ranged.
You gonna share there, Gio?
No.
Yes, I shall. I haven't done anything, so let me get that right now. Let me move you to the other screen.
I completely misjudged what he was going to play. Completely
Mhm.
misjudged it. I thought, no, he just did multi-sneak. He's not going to do multi-sneak again.
Again? Yeah,
And he's done multi-sneak.
we'll see. But
I was thinking, I thought you were coming at me with magic,
Yeah,
man. I
can
thought you
you
were just going to hit me hard with
Increase the
magic.
resolution and jump forward to the rule
Ah.
set, please.
sorry about that, Bob.
Yeah.
How's that?
One more.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How are we? We all good?
Oh, Matt, Llama. Oh,
I'm scared of his front dude though, because I'm gonna attack first and he's gonna get enraged and it's just not fun.
who is that in the front?
Minotaur Warlord.
That's
I
what-
often use him up the front because he does, at higher level, he does blast, range reflect, and magic reflect. So if you sit him right at the front and put a couple of healers behind him, you can do wonderful things as he just reflects back all their damage. I've grabbed him here because I wanted him basically as a big, meaty tank, and I figured enrage when you've got 12 or 10 health means a whole lot of health, right?
Yeah,
To reflect all the magic damage he was going to do, that Geo was going to do, was going to go all reflected back to him, same as the failed summoner behind. But he didn't do any magic damage at all.
Nope.
So my thinking was lots of magic damage gets reflected back to Geo, hollows out his back line, and then a last stand Nectar Queen just wrecks everything that's left over. Instead, what's going to happen is they're just going to keep swinging at the Nectar Queen over and over again, who doesn't have
Yeah.
retaliate because it's not Champion League, it's only bronze, so she doesn't have retaliate. So hopefully she gets enraged and does a lot of dodging, But ultimately, I'm going to struggle with unless that Minotaur Warlord wrecks their front row quicker than I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm really going to struggle here.
And
Yeah,
also that
he will.
minus
I
one
think he will.
speed, that's going to bring everything down to 1, except for your
Minotaur.
Warlord.
I think that's already kicked in. But ultimately, I
Enrage,
didn't pick the
guys.
wrong. I didn't pick the wrong team here. Geo did. You were meant to pick Magic.
Yeah.
So I picked the right team, and you picked the wrong team.
I went
Well,
with
at least
melee,
you're not-
actually.
You're not getting
I went with
debuffed
melee
by his
because of
minus
open
1
source.
range.
And shield was a tip of the hat to open source. So
Yeah.
really, honestly, you said, I just, whatever.
Yeah,
All
I
right, let's
think
watch it.
Gio's
I don't
got
like my
this one.
chances. Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. I'm going to
Yeah.
press play.
It's going to
He's
be
gonna
a
get a lot of
slow
health.
chipping away though at the Minotaur.
Oh no, not 6.
There is another possibility oh no, that's not going to happen either.
You'll go last stand on the chicken.
Enrage is
Yeah.
brutal.
I'm trying to work out who's going to get last stand. It'll probably be Failed Summoner or the chicken. Mongrel. Ultimately, though, if he's half dead, last stand's not going to help him anyway. And there we go. Absolutely
Thank
wrecked
you.
me, Gio.
Oh
I'm
no.
going to get my. What's it going to be?
Got
Who's
last-
going to get last
last
stand? It's going to
stand
be the
on-
Failed Summoner.
Oh, that was glorious. My
Yeah,
first win in
stand
ages.
with no attack.
In ages, guys. I haven't won for so long on here.
Good game,
Carl,
Gio.
mate,
Good game, man.
you're letting the
Yeah.
Adelaide team down here.
Yeah, I really am. I absolutely am.
That's terrible.
That was
Oh,
bad. That was bad.
all right, stop sharing.
Alrighty. All right, so I'm gonna have,
Gio's,
I'm gonna have
Gio's
to take
uploading it
on
to
Matt
Pornhub right now.
to try and recover from my absolute floor wiping from open source there. All right.
Under what? A quick's attack from behind or something? Like what? Sneak attacks from behind is the title.
Oh, Bob, so you smell blood in the water, Bob, and now you want to. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, fine.
Yeah, keep it
Let's do it.
PG.
Yeah.
Ugh. Kick him while he's down. Kick Matt while he's down. All right, so we've got 19 mana, no magic, equalizer, and the only two
Life and death.
possibilities are life and death.
So this
which
is a
is-
matter of life and death, Matt.
It is. It really is.
How many mana?
19.
19.
Or yeah, go. Yeah, I'll go
Mm.
death with the Holy Spirit. Well, not the Holy Spirit.
Satan.
The haunted spirit.
Yeah. The unholy spirit.
The unholy haunted spirit.
It's going to be interesting. Death and
No
life.
magic. It's like-
It could go Harklaw with a shield.
It's solid. And you love your shields.
They don't have their
I've
abilities.
noticed. You dig your shields open source because in bronze, a lot of people use melee, right? Oh, am I wrong?
Not necessarily.
Okay. I stand corrected.
But if we've only got death and life and a low mana,
Yeah, I got gypped with the low
like-
mana again. I mean,
yeah, I like the haunted spirit on that one.
Yeah, he's that's the one with the heal, and what else has he got? Magic
Yeah, he's
reflect.
got-
at this level, he'll only
Like,
have heal, I
he's-
think, Haunted Spirit.
In bronze, he's just got heal.
Okay,
Yeah.
He's got
3, 2.
8 health and 3
Mm.
attack.
No, he's
All
really
right.
good.
Put this in.
Do it.
He's going to go with Cursed Window.
Curse Windicator, yeah. What a
I
sick
know
card.
it. And
You want to share then, Bob?
Yep, just getting it
Yeah,
up
Bob.
to the right screen.
You ready?
Curse
So
Windu,
that,
Silent Shiva.
You're just trying to guess before.
no,
you
no,
see
just
it,
if I
huh?
get it to the right screen, then
Ah, yeah.
I don't have like to mess around with the editing later on.
Cool, cool. Oh,
Oh, you got that new summoner.
Oh.
Nice one.
wow. What's going on?
Isn't that cheating? Technically? I mean, Matt's guaranteed one of these in the airdrops, so no one else is going to have him. I mean, technically, I think that's cheating.
Hey, I know, but there's no magic in this one, so why have you
No,
got
so
a
the void armor, yeah, the void armor is pointless. I may as well have used where's it, Tyrus Palladium, and saved myself the mana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but sort of so is Bob's the minus
Exactly.
one, you know. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the sandworm's going to wipe you up here.
No, see the plus one. So he's going to have to hit me over and over and over again,
Mhm.
and in the meantime, he's got no heal on his Windiku. So I've got Inspire on my Sacred Unicorn. So he's just
Uh-huh.
going to punch Windiku over and over and over again. So
No heal
I
on
think
my-
I'm going to take this.
That's like what you were talking about before. I just didn't even look. I just expecting heal on my Windiku. Yeah, and it's not there.
yeah, that's gold, Bob, or
Yeah,
silver.
yeah,
Gold, silver.
silver.
I
I
think
think.
gold.
I don't
I think
know.
it is gold. It is gold. Yeah, before you
Mhm.
get heal.
You might
Level
take
6.
You might take it. I'm not great with bronze, but I
Oh.
feel like I'm going to.
I think you're gonna win.
Yeah.
If Bob had your amplify, maybe different story. Maybe.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but-
somewhat ironic too. If he hadn't have used his corpse fiend, there's a good chance that the sacred unicorn would be almost dead before the sandworm arrived. But the sacred unicorn, by the time he hacks through that corpse fiend, taking no damage but healing himself back up, he'll be
Yeah.
well equipped to take on sandworm.
For sure.
It's like you've given me a little breather there between your two threats.
Right.
But,
Yeah,
but you're only hitting with the unicorn. That's your only attack monster.
Yeah.
And whereas Bob's got 2 attack monsters.
I feel like Matt's
So-
got it.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't do the hit. I just didn't realize that. Oh,
I think you're right, Gio. If he had my amplify, I would have been in
Mhm.
trouble here.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the time my sandworm gets to the pony, it's going to be like too late.
He's still gonna
I think-
hit hard. He's still
Mhm.
I mean, healing for 3 a round when you're getting hit for 5 a round, you're not gonna last too long, especially when I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
I can't
Bob
see it
had-
happening.
2 monsters, 2 cards attacking that unicorn. Maybe it'd be a different story.
Or
But
if I
it was
put my
too separated.
if I put my chook in the middle before the sandworm, that would have been
Yeah, got it.
ooh, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, if I had my chook before the sandworm, that would have been
Yeah,
another 10
fair
health to get through. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man. Well done, Matt.
Thanks, mate.
Go Adelaide.
Yeah.
But again, just silly mistakes from just not like again, the chook would have made the hell of a difference by thinking of the equalizer rule set, which I wasn't thinking about, and heal on the Windiku. Yeah, it just goes to show the rule set just totally changes the game.
Yep.
Like
The
the
meta
chook,
changes in different leagues.
yeah, just chuck
Yeah,
the
that's
chook
it.
on the end for sneak bait, but with the equalizer, he should totally have been before the sandworm. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think that's about a wrap then, I think, for this episode.
Yeah.
As usual, time just goes super quick. Any final words? Anything from anyone?
Open source, man. It was a pleasure having you on, dude. Seriously.
Oh, my pleasure as well. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. I've still got a bunch of questions too, but
Same.
the hour just goes so quick, you know?
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
when guests first come on, I think, man, what the hell am I going to talk about for an hour? And then like 5 minutes later, it's over. It's
It's
unbelievable.
crazy.
Yeah, I think
I
we
can
haven't
share, I
really
can share
touched the
some
surface.
interesting stats with you on my battle account.
One
So
good thing about the challenges is they're not ranked, so they don't affect your ranking or anything.
So-
Which is
So I've got all-time results: 9,425 battles, 9,425, and there's a win rate of 82.5%.
That's
Pretty impressive.
insane.
yeah.
And this season, I've played 8 battles only, and I've got a 100% win rate.
Wow, it's so gonna suck when you lose your first one, isn't it?
No, I hate it so much.
Well, that's two episodes in a row. I've been inspired to try something. Like BMO got me onto the grinding, but then the reward changes, so that's going to affect that with the rentals. And now I'm thinking I'm going to like dedicate my alt account now just to bronze. I'll leave my main account in gold 1, but all my 3 and under summoners, and just try and build up that skill level at bronze. Yeah.
Especially now with the format.
Build a skill.
Yeah. All right. So guys, thanks for joining us again. That was episode 29. If you have any questions, any comments, please do comment below. We love engagement, and I do reply to every single comment. If you'd like to be on the show, or you'd like to submit a battle for us to analyze on an upcoming episode, again, comment below. And each week, the commenter who writes a comment that generates the most engagement will receive 10% of the post rewards. So usual like, share and all that, but comment. Look forward to seeing you in episode 30. I'm Boba Fett. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.